Rangers played their first European game of the season at Ibrox, but it ended with a result that probably made them wish they were hiding at Hampden instead. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It finished Rangers 1, Lyon 4, and it is now time to see how the fans are reacting to that horrible result. Rangers getting off to a pretty good start in the Europa League campaign, defeating Malmo away from home by 2-0, only to kind of undo all that tonight against Lyon. But let's be honest, Lyon are a good side, and they had a lot of quality going forward. So Rangers, a little bit unlucky, but when you come up against the top teams will do this to you. So let's get into it, and as always, you can follow us on Twitter, guys, at fog_footba49067. I keep saying that all the time. I do these reaction vids, and the follower count, whatever it's called, on Twitter isn't going up. So you need to do something, man. You need to go on Twitter and hit the follow button. Not asking for much. So go follow us, guys, on Twitter, even if it is shit. I'll be honest, man, Twitter these days absolutely sucks. No offence to Elon Musk, but sometimes the comments are just out of control. And I mean, you click on one feed and it's showing you all these different comments from another. Nobody wants to see that. But yeah, let's get into the comments then and let's see what they're saying. So the Free Logic International. And of course, I was expecting to see Rangers fans react. Didn't think we'd be getting Celtic fans reacting, but it is what it is. I guess the obsessed can't stay away. The Free Logic International says, it's all good, lads. You beat Dortmund in 2022. They did do that, by the way, something Celtic could not do. Charlie Maguire, let's all laugh at Rangers. 4-1 in the Europa League at home to a team sitting in 11th in League One is horrendously worse than losing 7-1 to Champions League finalists of last year away. Well, you know what? First of all, at least Rangers actually played half decent tonight. Celtic were fucking embarrassing against Dortmund. Second of all, you want to talk about league positions. Last year, Dortmund finished 5th in the Bundesliga, so it's not like they were, fantastic. Yeah, they got to the final last year of the Champions League, but it was pretty unexpected. Nobody is saying that Dortmund are the second best team because they got to the final of the Champions League. So you know what? Yeah, you can laugh at the Rangers result tonight, but Rangers put up a better fight tonight than Celtic did against Dortmund, and that is factual, man. Unless you're a liar, I guess you could lie and say that Celtic were better against Dortmund, but they really weren't. Celtic were shite, so it is what it is. Fiend Rangers say, that's mental, we need quality. Yeah, no, look, Tierney missing that is unforgivable. This guy sucks, I don't rate him. I really don't rate him. I seen him in his first game when he came on against Hearts, and I thought nothing of the guy. I thought, this guy looks shit. I mean, he looks a bit like Robin, but that's as good as it gets for him. But, I mean, fans seem to be impressed with him, and I don't know why. And it seems like every game we see him play now, he seems to get worse and worse. I mean, he was all right in that Motherwell match. He scored a good goal. Other than that, though, I mean, what has he really done? Not a lot. Sam Turketon says, Lyon spent over 120 million in this summer, while your new signings cost around 16. The most valuable player in your squad is a loanee who can't score even from the 6-yard box. Lyon are not a bigger club. They can't even imagine having your worldwide fan base, but you can expect more than this under financial circumstance. I mean, don't really understand what he's trying to get at there. Who cares about the fan bases? Albanian football, that needs to be better. I mean, it does. I mean, it wasn't good enough. Arias says, let's not kid ourselves on here. Losing 4-1 at Ibrox against a mid-table, at the moment, French team is honestly just as bad as losing 7-1 to last season's Champions League runner-ups away from home. I mean, look, it's not a good result, but I think everyone, if they're being honest, will say that Rangers played much better against Lyon than Celtic did against Dortmund. That's a fact, man. If you watch both games and you deny that, I mean, you're a liar. Celtic were horrible. Celtic were terrible against Dortmund. It is what it is. But, you know what, some people just can't admit shit. Connor there's got laughing faces. B&T says one word, shite. Kasura Alan Crespo says hard luck next time. Everything Celtic says, here was me thinking we had the worst result in Europe this week. 1-0 at home versus a side flirting with relegation in France and lucky to keep it at just 4. See, this is just dishonesty. Oh, flirting with relegation. They're not flirting with relegation. They're 6 games in and they've got off to a bad start. I guarantee you, come the end of the season, Lyon will be near the top of the table. They might not win it because they've given up a big points advantage already. But come the end of the season, Lyon will be in the top 4. 100%. I'll stick by that. That people saying they're a relegation team or they're 11th. Yeah, they're 11th right now, but that doesn't mean shit. It's like saying Hearts are a relegation side just because they're sitting 12th. Hearts will finish higher than 12th. Lyon will finish higher than 11th. So it is what it is. Again, this is just, I was hoping to see some comments for Rangers fans, but it pretty much is all Celtic fans just jumping in here. And I guess maybe they're entitled to because, Rangers fans did bash them over that 7-1 defeat against Dortmund, so who knows. Mr. Shade says, Clement's been here nearly a year and we're still absolute rubbish. No style, no hope, can't beat Celtic in 5 attempts, awful coaching, Gio achieved more in less time and got sacked. We need change, Clement out. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? Probably not. I think that Gio did get sacked maybe too early, and I think Clement has been given more time than maybe he deserves. Michael Beale didn't get much time. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I thought Rangers were better under Michael Beale than they were under Clement, and I've been laughed at for saying that, and I've been told I'm talking crap, but I do believe from what I've seen in Rangers games, I think the Rangers team was better under Beale, and Beale done something that Clement can't do. That's beat Celtic. So if I had a choice between the two and I was a Rangers fan, I would be picking Beale as the manager. I think that they sacked Beale really early. I get it, that Aberdeen defeat wasn't good enough, but for me, I don't know. I don't know why this guy's getting a free pass. I think that his style of football is shocking, and I don't think his signings are that good either. A couple of good ones in there, but also quite a lot of bad ones too, so we'll see. Again, more Celtic comments. Irish Paddy McMeda says, when you slag a team for getting beat 7-1 away from home by last year's Champions League finalists, you need to back it up. Again, Dortmund were the finalists of the Champions League, but why are we pretending that Dortmund are this elite team? They're not. They're a really, really good side, and Dortmund are better than Lyon. I don't think anyone would deny that, but I honestly don't think the gap between Dortmund and Lyon is that big. I think Dortmund are better, but they're not like a million miles better, in my opinion. It is what it is. Michael McDonald says, thank you, Sevco. 48 hours after Celtic ended a 17-game winning run by being humped away to Borussia Dortmund, who played in the UEFA Champions League final 4 months prior, you get thumped 4-1 at Ibrox to an 11th place team in the Europa League. Mind the gap, Clement must stay. A lot of people are throwing this, the Champions League finalists, man. It's sad. Both teams are shite. How about that, man? Both teams were embarrassing, man. You can't get beat 7-1. You can't get beat 4-1 at home. Those are shocking results. Are we really going to sit here and, take pleasure in the fact that, well, at least we didn't lose to the 11th place French team? It's still, it's still a bad result. You lost 7-1 to Dortmund. You set a Champions League record in the first half. And not only that, you were shite. You were absolutely shite. Rangers played better against Lyon than Celtic did against Dortmund. Rangers had more shots against Lyon. And I'm not going to do a Philippe Clement here, but I'm just looking at it impartially. Rangers were better against Lyon than Celtic were against Dortmund. It's not even close. Rangers could have got more goals on the night. Yeah, they could have conceded more, but Celtic were, after Celtic got their opening goal, they were shite, didn't offer nothing. So yeah, you can make a joke about Rangers and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you got embarrassed 4-1 against Dortmund. Rangers could have lost 20-0 tonight. Doesn't change the fact you lost 7-1 to Dortmund. It's poor. Clement out says, boo, Clement out now, enough is enough, no more. Brian Tucker said, Lyon are far better team than us, but as long as Clement is at the club, we will be a terrible watch and so easy to play against. One decent watch in 20 games isn't good enough. Subs are absolutely bemusing, and sticking with players who are letting us down. Thumbs down. I agree. Subs, he brings McCausland on with 10 minutes to go. Not that I think it really mattered, to be honest, but a lot of his subs are strange. RFC 1872 says, Diomande is fucking awful. He looks fine with 20 yards of space against dud teams, but he's fucking hopeless every big game. Yeah, Diomande I don't think was great tonight. I actually seen, was it Rangers News or one of those Rangers fan pages, and I was looking at the player ratings and they gave Diomande an 8 out of 10. I was like, what the hell? An 8 out of 10? Honestly, how can you give a guy an 8 out of 10 when he done nothing? They also gave Barami a 9 out of 10, and they said that he didn't deserve to be on the losing team. I agree, Barami didn't deserve to be on the losing team, but a 9 out of 10? How can you give someone a 9 out of 10 when their team's been absolutely pummeled 4-1? Anyway, I don't think Diomande was good tonight. I thought he was poor. McDonald's sponsors League One, I get it, League One. Sack Morrison says, another poor performance. Don't get me wrong, I didn't expect us to win, but it's just annoying the way we played. The worst referee performance I think I've ever seen at Ibrox. Lyon were given 8 free kicks while we were given 0, which tells you something. I mean, it tells me you shouldn't be using the referee as an excuse tonight. Rangers just weren't good enough. Lyon were great. I think you should give Lyon some credit here. I mean, Lyon were a really good side tonight and they had the quality to punish Rangers. I mean, was the referee perfect? I mean, maybe not, but let's be honest. You change the referee and it's not changing the result of this game. Lyon were the superior team. They got the win. Deal with it. I mean, Rangers just need to be better going forward. Tambo says, coefficient champions of Europe get beat yet again. Alright, fair enough. Tex Thompson says, Lacazette, who's finished at top level, looking like he's just starting out on his career. That's how bad Rangers are. Fofana, also looking like the best winger on the planet against Tav. Note, he went quiet when Tav goes off. I mean, that is kind of true, to be honest. Maybe Casemiro deserves a bit more credit here because, I mean, when he came on, he did improve the Rangers' defence, and I feel that he wasn't as effective, Fofana. So maybe Tav is just completely shite at this point. We've got more stuff here. Kier says, Tav, Tierney, Dessers, Proper are tragic. £50 you charge to watch that pish. Yeah, Proper. I'm not convinced by Proper. I know he cost a couple of million, and people were saying he's going to be the big centre back, the number one. I ain't seen it. It looks more like a number 2 to me. It looks more like shite. Peter Adams says, started very well, but missing sitters and gifting goals will get punished heavily at this level. Third goal was a killer. It was offside, which is a sore one to take. Second half, we offered nothing. Sub was baffling. Brahmi, that bright spot. Tav could very well be done now. I mean, Tav could be done. When you think about it, Rangers kind of were. They led to their own downfall, really, didn't they? They had that great chance with Tierney early on to score to go 1-0 up. He missed that, and then pretty much straight away Lyon went up and made it 1-0. Then Rangers got back level, and Connor Barron gave a perfect assist for Lyon to go 2-1 up. So, I mean, Rangers did start the game well. I will say that. I thought Rangers were the better team, probably for like the first 15, maybe 15 minutes. But, yeah, like I said, just had mistakes in them. Lyon capitalised, and then after that, once Lyon got in front, once Lyon went 2-1 ahead, it was pretty much all Lyon, really. At the end of the day, Mick Beale's burner account is still on the go. What else we got here? Celtic beat Lyon 2-0. I'm assuming a long time ago. Beating Lyon at home isn't for everyone. Celtic beat a far superior Lyon team. Can't remember when that was. Maybe the Lyon team was superior. I mean, it could have been, to be honest, because I mean, Lyon have struggled domestically, and obviously, if Lyon were in the Champions League, that would suggest they were better back then. So, I mean, it is what it is. Wayne says, in the past transfer window spent, Lyon 146 million, Rangers 14 million. 2 World Cup winners already in their squad before this summer spent. Unfortunately, this is too much. I mean, I get that, but we kind of know the levels here. I don't know why we keep bringing up these excuses. Yes, Dortmund spend a lot more than Celtic. Lyon spend a lot more than Rangers. It's just party football. Celtic and Rangers spend a lot more money than the likes of St Johnstone in Ross County. Honestly, we get it. We know, but, you know, Ross County, St Johnstone sometimes get decent results. Sometimes they get a result. Sometimes they put in a good performance. I think this whole, they spend more money than us, so what do you expect is bullshit. Yeah, you can have less quality, but you still expect the team to put in a decent performance, and if you lose, then, you know, you can at least lose respectfully. There's no excuse really for getting battered. And I think Rangers actually put up a decent performance tonight, so I wouldn't really criticise them that much. They lost 4-1, but Lyon were really good, so it is what it is. Mick Beale's burner again. Barron, the most expensive midfielder in the park, cost 3 goals. Well, we don't know if Barron is the most expensive. We don't know how much he's cost yet. Simply the best wants Clement out. Jamie S says, Clement should have been sacked after losing 3-0 to the unwashed. A shambles from top to bottom. I don't even know who is available, but Clement can't keep coming out and mentioning stats in every interview, trying to justify that we competed with Lyon tonight, miles off it. Yeah, he did come out and he says that it was level in shots. And I mean, it was level in shots. Rangers actually had one shot more than Lyon, but the quality of Lyon, Lyon were getting into much better areas. Their shots were closer to goal, just creating better chances in general. You can't just look at a game and go, well, we'd one more shot, we were the better team. It doesn't work like that. And I don't think Rangers were that bad tonight, but they were second best, big time. Clement should just come out and admit that. When he comes out and he tries to justify shots and stuff like this, or he done that with the Celtic game as well. Anybody could clearly see that Celtic were dominant against Rangers. Celtic were clearly the better team, but he came out and spoke about shots on target and claimed that it was level because they both had the same amount or something like that. Just mental, absolutely mental. Clement's just a guy that doesn't seem to be able to admit to his faults, and he's always trying to spin results and use statistics in order to try and make it look good in his favour, and it's a poor look. It's a poor look. There's Sima. He was good. Ryan says could have used Jose Cordoba tonight, couldn't you lads? Teki says awful performance, completely outclassed in every department. I actually don't think it was that awful, but they were outclassed. Guevara says beaten fair and square by far better team, but some players just miles away from this level. Tierney, Dowell, Dessers and Tavernier. We've messed Hadji about when he's better than Dowell and Lawrence. Yeah, it was a shame that Hadji obviously cannot play in Europe. He's not in the squad. I think Hadji would be a good addition. I think Rangers could be using Hadji right now. But anyway, we'll see. Don Weekinney says, I don't know why Clement didn't change it at half time. Dessers was poor. Tav, poor. Same old, same old. If it weren't for Butland, we would be at least 7-8. Usual, come out fighting, and halfway through first half, the gulf was exposed. Yeah, Rangers started pretty well, and then probably around that time frame, the halfway point of the first half, they just went downhill. FCS28 says sack him. Peary says Lyon were good, but Clement tactics and substitutions are actually embarrassing. Replacing Lawrence with Dowell, prime example. Well, to be fair, I think Lawrence actually did pick up an injury, so although you could argue that he shouldn't have replaced him with Kieran Dowell, I mean, that's definitely acceptable to say that, but I think you had to take Lawrence off because of the injury, so I don't know, we'll see if Lawrence is going to be out for any period of time. Blue Phil says, I hope some serious questions get asked by the journalists, best not hold our breath, slow Deanne Frew says, no pace and unable to execute a finish after numerous chances. Story of our team just now. In my opinion, though, no Scottish club can play to the standard required for these types of games. Stephen says Thursday nights are Rangers nights. And then Rangers 15323 says, genuinely Clement is awful. No tactics, no style, no tempo. How can he honestly still stick with Tav? Guy is awful and never a captain. Obviously, it's his man scoring 2 back post tap-ins as usual. PC doesn't understand football or the club. And I think that's where we'll end it, guys. I don't believe that Clement will be sacked after this game, but it does pile more pressure onto him. And if he gets a negative result at the weekend, he very well could be gone over the international break, because he's already 5 points behind Celtic, 5 points behind Aberdeen as well, may I add. And I think based on, just due to this bad result in Europe as well, if he falls further behind, then I believe that he might have to go. So yeah, we'll see. He could be one more bad result away for getting sacked. We'll have to wait and find out. Anyway, guys, that's it. Been Fog Football. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment. I'll catch you in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, peace.